Well, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to our company's first ever annual safety banquet for 2022 Safety Awards. Most of y'all know me. I'm Chris Poppy. I'm the Vice President of Safety here at Groendyke. And my pleasure, it's my honor to be your host tonight. It's a pretty cool event we got to start this year. I'm really excited. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of people involved, and I'm really happy to see where it's going. So, we're gathered to celebrate the 2022 safety performance of our terminal employees and for very safe, professional drivers, the best of the best. I'd first like to recognize a few people. To Groendike's leadership, our Justice League, our leadership at this company is the best. We all know that. It can't be beaten. They allow us to do these kind of things. They've really invested in this program this year. And so we'd like to say thank you for allowing us to grow this program. Our 4 regional directors, Bobby Linson, Rod Merrill, Corey Henderson, Mason Duncan. Round of applause for these guys. They really are true leaders of safety in our company. It's a really great partnership between safety and operations. It's been a pleasure to work with them. They've helped us create these awards. They've helped us get the programs planned out and organized, the terminals, and they even attended almost every single terminal in just a couple of weeks to get these safety picnics accomplished. So, thank you. Our safety team members, who are also, of course, work hard at this program. I'd like to call out a couple specific. One can't be here tonight, courtesy got sick. Nick Highfield in the back, hiding. And Matt Trevino, we appreciate all your help. They work real hard in the background, creating the nominee forms, the presentations, the programs, helping with the awards. It was a great help, we really appreciate it. Our terminal leadership and planning center personnel. We thank you for your hard work, your constant focus on safety, constant focus on safety initiatives and driver coaching, preparing our drivers with all relative information they need to get the job done safely. We appreciate all of them, everybody that's helping the terminal and the dispatch personnel. Give them a nice round of applause. Thank you all to the support staff here, and we are all support folks. We don't drive any revenue, most of us in this room. The drivers do all the hard work, and we're your support group. We'd like to thank all of your support group that's here, and those that didn't get to make it tonight. We appreciate your hard work. We know that each of you keep safety in mind as you're building programs and trying to ramrod new ideas and missions to get the job done efficiently. You're always thinking of it with safety in mind. We really appreciate that. And last but not least, to the many spouses in the room, and especially our spouses of our drivers, we really thank you for doing your part. We know it's a very important job you have, keeping our drivers fit for duty, making sure they leave with safety focus in mind, and get home safely every day. We appreciate your help.
Amen.
Many people and many hours doing this new program this year. We've been working on it since about this time last year, and everybody did a really great job of getting the program developed and creating the ceremonies. So we're really proud to see the award ceremonies that occurred. And of course, the awards that were given out this year were really great. They were inspiring, they were fun. We have some pictures up before. They were really cool to see, a lot of picnics, a lot of fun events, and a lot of people are really happy to see us out there and then showing their, giving them some recognition for what they do. It was a huge success, and tonight's events, I hope, continue boosting the morale of the event and continue working to get our drivers home safe every day. So before we move on to the ceremonies tonight, I'd like to invite our President and CEO, Greg Hodgman, for a few words.
Thank you, Chris. It's all right. I actually wrote some things down, but before I start, welcome to Enid, Oklahoma. I'm glad to have you here. I've already been out here once today. We installed a new pastor in our church, and then we had that ceremony this morning, and then we had lunch of the day. And so I was leaving to come out here, and my wife said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, we've got this big safety banquet tonight, and we haven't ever done this." And so I started kind of opining on this. I said, it's kind of amazing. Look back just a few years ago, we went through COVID, and we've been through this freight recession, and I said, can you imagine in your wildest dreams that you and I would have seen what's happened since we've come through COVID to this point? She said, Greg, you have not been in my wildest dreams. You guys can ask her what that means. So I want to talk about a couple of things before I talk about drivers. And I really want to drive 2 points home because I'm really passionate about this. What we do, and I'm not just talking trucking, I'm talking about the kind of trucking we do, bulk materials, we drive the economy. Nothing really gets going without a tank load of material, whether it's truckload carriers that need the fuel that we haul or chemicals that start a process at a plant. We drive the economy, and I'm so proud of that. I'm proud that we're a part of that lifeblood of what makes our nation tick. The second thing that is really critical, and I don't think people recognize this, is we're a job creator. Our industry makes good, high-quality jobs throughout our communities in the nation. And I don't think we get enough credit for it. I think we have to talk about it. I think it's one of my jobs to talk about it when we're going around the country telling people, politicians and regulators and just the general motoring public, we're not just safe. We make this company move. And when we talk about the expression where the rubber meets the road, that doesn't describe any other industry as well as describes what we do. What you do, drivers, what you do. If you're anywhere in this business, in Groendyke Transport, you're driving the economy and you're making jobs happen. And that's what small business is about. We might be a big one, but we're still a small business. We make things happen in this country. So I want to talk about, when it gets down to safe drivers that we're honoring tonight, I want you to remember, if you can, 4 things that I'm going to talk about and develop a little bit. And I'm going to call them the 4 A's. And one of them is not a body part, we're not going to talk about. So the first one I'm going to talk about is agility, then adaptability, accountability, and the last one is an attitude, a winning attitude. So let's talk about agility for a minute. Agility really is about being able to deal with change. And Groendyke people, hold your hands up. We've dealt with a lot of change in the last 4 or 5 years. Some of it's hard for us. I mean, I've been here 33 years, and I think some of the change is going, wow. But we're agile. We keep thinking about how we adapt and move around this business. That is the second one, adaptability. What is about adaptability? Would we all agree, whether we like it or not, change is happening. Change happens, change continues to happen. What's the one thing we control in change? How we deal with it. We actually have some control in deciding how we're going to deal with change. It's coming at us fast. A lot of things are maybe hard to figure out, but no one of us is as smart as all of us, so we do figure things out. It's been one of the hallmarks of Groendyke's success for 91 years. So accountability is the third one I want to talk about. Accountability is pretty simple to me. It means meeting the truth head on. And sometimes it's not comfortable. If you ask my senior teams, one of the things I don't like doing is being the bad guy. I don't like telling people this isn't working. But we've got to meet the truth head on. That's accountability. You drivers understand that every day. You are meeting schedules. You're out there dealing with people that make bad decisions around you, and you are accountable for your actions. And you're here because your accountability is you're doing it right. And I'm going to talk about that more in a little bit. So now the last thing I want to talk about is a winning attitude. And I will tell you, and I'm not shy about saying, I don't like mediocre, I don't like average, I don't like so-so. And I can tell you, a lot of people in the trucking business are mediocre and so-so. In fact, I don't like most drivers. I'll be very honest with you. Because they're not, what I would say, are professionals. Driver is not the real important word there. For me, it's professional. A professional doing a great job, takes care of people around them. They hold a standard that other people can try to adhere to. That's the kind of people that have populated this company for decades, 91 years. Now, do we have some that probably shouldn't be here? Yeah, but it's a pretty small number. Because the best want to be working with the best, and I think that's what we have here. Those mediocre drivers, mediocre people, mediocre employees, what's in it for me? What have you done for me lately? This is not my fault. Somebody did this to me. That's not a winning attitude. And that's not who I want to be around. So to have a winning attitude, I want you to really think about this. Winning, and I wrote this down in a specific way, it is because your effort is uncommon. If you're common, you don't win. If you do uncommon things over and over again, you're going to win. And that's why you 4 drivers are here tonight, is you've done the uncommon thing of being good over and over and over. So I think that describes you, Rodney, David, Chris, Charles. Is it Charles or Chuck?
Mike. Call him Mike.
Mike, I'm sorry. Wrote it down wrong.
Don't call me Sue.
I won't call you Sue, but I was listening to that song on the way out here. So, we're among our best, most professional people in Groendyke transport. And I would say this, I don't think you're just rule followers. Because rules you can either obey or disobey, right? And you can ask people, I'm not a great rule follower, I like flexibility. But I do believe in standards, and I think that describes what each of you do, is you have standards you hold yourselves to. Would I be fair in saying that? I don't know you all personally, but you have a standard of how you do your work, how you want to do things. I don't know the standard that has you carrying 2 phones, David. You have 2 phones on you? No? Oh, you don't? I thought you were carrying 2 phones. But you exemplify. What's that?
He's carrying mine.
Oh, you had yours. So you did have 2 phones on you. But you exemplify the highest standard among professionals in our company. And in fact, in the industry, you demonstrated very clear terms that you have standards. And I think that's why we're such a respected company, is our people hold themselves to a higher standard. It isn't me, it is you. You hold yourself to a high standard of conduct, of professionalism, and safe behavior. And that's what makes things better for our industry. It makes our company admired, not just in the bulk industry, but in the entire truck industry. And I'm really proud of that. When I go to meetings and people say, there's somebody from Groendyke, Holly talked about this, David talked about Aaron, we get great accolades and respect because of the people we have doing the work every day. It's not us. It's all of you that are out there doing the work. We've had outstanding people come before us. Anybody want to give me a layman's definition of DNA? Surely someone here can tell. What is DNA?
Your genes.
And what do your genes do? They have genetic material that passes on traits. And we've had people with this DNA of safety and service and professionalism and high standards before us. And now that same DNA is up to all of you to pass on to the next generation. So it keeps going. And I love the fact that we're 91 years old, but we're not 91 old. We're 91 years of experience with fresh ideas and innovation. And I hope you see the opportunity and feel the call to pass on the DNA of excellence that you've established in what you do for those around you. Because there's a whole new generation of people coming in behind this. And they didn't grow up the same way. They don't have the same view of the world. But they're going to inherit this world. And we owe it to them to pass on the good traits that we think are important. So the DNA of Groendyke stands before you in these 4 drivers. I'm really grateful for them. I'm proud to call each of you a colleague. I really mean that. You represent our best, and I really am proud of that. So please join me in thanking them for their dedication to their craft, and it is a craft, for their courage to have high standards, and for their commitment to do the uncommon things every mile, every load, and every day. Our world is a better place because of your efforts. So thank you.
Thank you, Greg. You guys give Greg a nice round of applause for that. This might be tricky since we didn't bring a podium today. I'll do my best. So, and now, for 2022, in September of this year, we recognize 458 drivers across the company with an annual safety award, offering them a challenge coin, a certificate, and safety bucks for their achievement of no preventable safety events, including spills, claims, accidents, and incidents, and not even a tiny little spill or a moving violation in 2022. It's a great accomplishment. I hope everybody watching hears this nice round of applause. That's only 56% of our fleet with 458 awards. And I hope that's a testimony that it's no small task, it's no small ask of our drivers to achieve that throughout the year. It's very difficult in our challenging environment. From that 458 drivers, the new construct of our program begins. It starts and ends with safety metrics to show who is the best. We deploy a great deal of technology at Groendyke. I think some of the best and some of the most technology of any of our peers. And then we use that technology in our safety programs. We're using metrics from the safety technology. We awarded 75 new awards this year. These drivers achieved the best numbers in speeding compliance, safe cornering, safe braking, and of course our camera technology, safety coaching scores as well. These awards included, not working. How about now? These are recipients of the Rookie Driver of the Year. We had 15 Rookie Drivers of the Year achieving the best scores with their terminal of all drivers in the company under 18 months of employment. And you can see there on the screen what it takes to get those awards. Less than 18 months of employment, greater than 6 months, less than 33 on RAP score. It's a program we built in-house to measure our driver safety performance. Smart drive scores of less than 40, speeding of less than 5%, and a speeding max score of less than 2%. So great round of applause for our 15 new rookies. Next up was the recipients of the Most Improved Drivers of the Year. We had 11 drivers winning this award, which is the most improvement in all safety metrics of their terminal. You can see there, it's basically the same metrics of the Rookie of the Year, but they had to be here at least 1 year to do it. And there's those drivers that won that. And then we had our Best in Class Drivers of the Year. These were, you could say, the best of the best. Only 41 drivers achieved this in the entire company. That's only 5% of our driver fleet. It's huge testimony to those drivers that were able to achieve that. It's a very difficult task to achieve. So employed over 1 year, a RAP score of less than or to 10.4, which is actually labeled in our program, our RAP program of Best in Class. Our Smart Drive score is supposed to be a 40, I apologize. Speeding less than 1%, a speeding max of less than 0.5%, a braking score of less than 0.16, and a cornering score of 2% or less. So a hard task to achieve that. Please give these drivers a round of applause. We also awarded 4 special individuals an award titled Terminal Safety Advocate of the Year. They should not go unnamed. As you see, Terry Bates, Atlanta driver instructor. Brian Cobb, our fleet manager in Baton Rouge. James Tracy, our Phoenix driver instructor. And Mike Whiteman, a Tulsa driver instructor. These drivers were nominated by their team members. They're drivers that are leaders in our safety at their terminals. They were nominated and they're well deserved. Give them guys a round of applause. As I call your name, please stand up. From these 41 drivers, we had to use the safety metrics to determine the best of the best. In September, we awarded these 4 drivers, very well-deserving drivers. So call your name, please stand up and be recognized. From the Western region, Rodney Enid. From the Central region, Mike Allgood. Apologies. Central region, Chris Casas. Let's make it accurate. With Gulf region, Mike Allgood.
You just wanted 2 tasks.
And on the red team within the Eastern region, David Hill. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Tonight's awards, we're going to celebrate 3 new awards for terminal appreciation, terminal accomplishments, as well as 1 driver that will be named first ever Company Driver of the Year. So first up, let's start with the terminal safety accomplishments. David Stack, can I get your help up here, sir? David and I scoured data. Using the number of miles miles ran, loads hauled, and most importantly, the least amount of safety events to crown 3 new terminal champions in safety. Before we move into the first award, going through this data, we recognize this right here. 14 terminals out of our 40 achieved 0 preventable injuries to our employees.
Wow.
This is Cowboys injury report.
I see it. I see it.
Our first award is the Terminal Safe Loading and Unloading Award. You had to achieve for the first threshold to be nominated a 0.5 per 1,000 loads threshold, which means basically you had to run 2,000 loads with 1 preventable cargo claim or spill. That's a pretty impressive job to go that long without a cargo claim or spill. It's a very hard thing to do. We've considered the number of miles, of course, the total count of employees in the terminal, the load count. 14 terminals achieved this first threshold. And out of those 14 terminals, the winner of our first Terminal Safe Loading and Unloading Award, Kansas City.
That's it.
We'll take some photos after, but smile at the camera. I'll get squeezed in a little bit. The next award is for terminal driving. So this is using all safety events, all moving events, from a minor scratch on a fender to a little pole hit, 97% delivery safely, leaving a frequency of 3 or less per million miles. So 9 terminals reached this first goal of being nominated for this award. And this year's award winner for the Terminal Safe Driving Award goes to another terminal. So going through all this data, we recognize that working on spills, working on claims, working on driving events and work comp injuries, and it's very difficult to tackle every one of those different risks and issues throughout the year. And so we decided overall best averages, we should have 1 Terminal Safety Excellence Award. And so we use the least critical crash frequencies, DOT accidents, all incidents, spills, claims, everything together, and look for the best averages amongst them all. The winner of this year's Terminal Safety Excellence Award, please come back up, Jeff. Love a terminal. 2.2 million miles safe driving. Thank you, David. You can be seated. Okay, Greg, you'll join me back up here. So, again, to our 4 regional drivers, I would like to first say you're all champions.
Yes.
Give them a good round of applause. As you know, we only typically track Groendyke models only, and you 4 drivers collectively have achieved 3,144,890 miles safe driving without a preventable accident. Your Smart Drive scores, with a goal of 0, averaged 1.16 for the year.
Yeah. Woo!
Your speed scores, cornering, and harsh braking were unmatched in the company. As I call your name, please remove your jackets if you have one on, and join us up here on stage to receive your Regional Driver of the Year award officially, presented by Greg Hodgson. As you receive your award, please stand over here on the side and remain on stage. These fine drivers are receiving a really cool personalized jacket tonight, as well as their Regional Driver Award. They're also receiving a $1,000 check for the Regional Award. And the Company Driver of the Year is receiving an additional $4,000.
Yeah.
Rodney McNew, Lubbock Terminal, Western Region, come on up. Mike Allgood, Tampa Terminal, Gulf Coast Region. Chris Casas, Pueblo Terminal, Central Region. And David Hill, Red Team Driver, Eastern Region.
We 4 out of it. The whole company. You glad? Congratulations.
Anybody want to take bets?
No.
Out of these 4, there must be one. And I don't want to diminish any hard work and safe accomplishments that any of you have accomplished this year. This is a hard job that all of you have done, and we know how challenging the roadways are getting these days. We know how many programs that we have put on you, and goals and metrics that we use to coach you and things like that. We know how tough it is, and you were all champions in my mind. So congratulations on regional champions of the Company Driver of the Year, please. Mike Allgood.
You'll need that tonight.
I'm going home. It's the outfit. Oh, that's just my size.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
On the screen, it's very difficult to achieve this ultimate award. Very small margin in numbers between these folks. So great job again. If you'll stand right over there, we're going to present everybody with their jackets and their checks. Chris?
Congratulations.
Well, sorry. I don't want you to break it. Good shot, Chris.
Yeah.
Don't get hot for these jackets on.
This is what I got.
Rodney.
Right.
Had it all fit, though. If I would have 2XL like that, it wouldn't fit me.
And David.
David.
Perfect.
And last but not least, we're going to hand them their checks, and that concludes tonight's award ceremony. So please again give everybody another nice warm applause.